Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang with Morsels of a Thought number 1925. We are talking about Dr. Brody Miller, Ph.D.'s Brain Rescue, a 90-day blueprint to reclaim your memory after a brain injury or concussion. Now, today, I have just been back from um, a long trip and a short visit to an ER on Wednesday. And I'm a little tired, so what I'm going to do instead of reading to you from the book directly is I'm going to talk a little bit about Brody Miller, PhD's REBOUND recovery community. Now, the recovery community is a group that he has established with Cavino Ballister together with How to Feed a Brain. Excuse me. Oh, goodness gracious. Now that loud, that's a bit. No. The two of them have this powerhouse of information in a group where when you have had a brain injury, such as I have had more than one brain injury, I will say, and in my more than one brain injuries, I have had to deal with not not having a sense of myself anymore, because when you have a brain injury, things happen that you don't expect. Like your body is not as much in pain as your mind is not right. And you feel sleepy when you're not sleepy, out of body when you're not out of body, dizzy, but not lightheaded, but then lightheaded, and then not dizzy. Your brain does lots and lots of different things that are telling you, I really need time to adjust back to where I was before, and this is goddamn painful and uncomfortable. It's a really horrible time to live through your life like that. I did so for many years, from age 9 to age 12, and then from age 13 to age 21, and then from age 34 to onward and onward. And I think the most severe injury I have had was not necessarily one where I had a physical impact concussion, but where there was a chemical um, imbalance that just was brought on by a wrong medication, a whole, a whole, a whole slew of wrong medications that I couldn't describe quite freely because I had no doctor. The doctor that originally prescribed the medication that I was then taking went on a business trip and wasn't around for the next few weeks. So I was always put to the doctor on call. And those doctors on call had no idea what had happened. What had happened was some surgery, and the medication that was meant to take care of the pain after surgery was not doing what was expected. And I wound up needing something called Percocet, and but not being prescribed Percocet. I was being prescribed everything in the family except Percocet, which actually caused me more brain injury. Um, I wound up for the next not few years, but few decades, going through hard times of impulse, impulse, lack of impulse control in terms of decision making, not just doing behavioral things, but decision making. I was literally on a subway train going left and then stopping and getting off and going right, and then getting off and going left, and then going off and going right. I went into this spot 6 or 7 times. It took me over 2 or 3 hours. And I was noticing it and I was unhappy about it, but I still couldn't stop it. And this was among the things that happened. So my life was really very strange. But when I've come to this rebound community, REBOUND, a recovery community online with Dr. Brody Miller and with Cavino Ballister, we've been able to discuss symptoms and go, oh, not, I'm not alone. This is the most important part is that you're not alone and you know there's help. Um, Dr. Brody, we call him Dr. Brody. His last name is Miller. He's on Instagram as well, and he has exercises that he and his other researchers have developed. Some of them are called saccades, SACCADES. Some of them are other things are where you move your hands in this way. Well, one hand is moving this way, and the other hand is moving that way, and you keep doing this for a while. You would think this is a little hard to do, but then you're doing that and you never knew you could do these things, and some of the things are a lot of fun, but they are very, very helpful. And the most important part of it is to know that you're in a community of what do they call it, um, sort of like ninja warriors, brain ninja warriors. So I wanted to talk about that today. And I wanted to encourage you to look up Dr. Brody on Instagram and make contact with him, and he will put you together with the group. Um, and I guess I will talk to you again later. Next week, we will go into the part of this book. Tomorrow, I'll be going into this book on Saturday. And the Brain Rescue book, I'll go back to it on Friday with day 1932. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 pages, which I knew I couldn't do today. Oh my gosh, no. Okay, so I will talk to you again later. And tomorrow we're going to go into um, how will I be eating? Some of these are, there are some recipes in how to feed a brain, um, nutrition for optimal brain function and repair with Dr. Cavino. Not, no, he's not, he doesn't have a degree, but we call him Cavino. His first name is Cavan, and we have Dr. Brody. They're both really cool characters in my book. So, okay, I will talk to you again tomorrow, and you take care. Old Kinderhook.